up and give me murder. Here they are, they're James, Pietragallo, and Jimmie.
You guys are the best.
Hello. Fuck, this is great.
How's it going, everybody? I love it so much, so much. We're going to record this like a regular podcast. This is going to be the Small Town Murder that we release next Thursday, so you guys are going to be heard. So let yourselves be heard. Nice shirts you got there up front. Let's do this. We ready? I love it. Let's do this.
Give me murder!
I love it. All right, let me get all up. This week, we look at the middle American town of Canton, Missouri, where one man just couldn't take rejection. Welcome to Small Town Murder. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Small Town Murder. My name is James Pietragallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Whisman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us tonight here in Chicago at Lincoln Hall for Small Town Murder Live.
Shit.
Oh, God, do we have a good one for you guys tonight.
Believe it.
I'm excited for
I
this.
am too.
All right,
Such a bonus.
let's take a trip, Jimmy. You ready?
Yeah.
Bags packed?
Yeah.
Got everything?
I don't know. Is it cold?
It's cold. Get your jacket.
It's fucking
Get your
cold in
scarf.
Chicago.
It's going to be cold here.
I'm wearing fucking long johns right now.
You should be. It's awful outside.
I'll prove it.
No, please don't. Let's not. That's not now. That's later
I'm
in the
wearing
show.
3 shirts right now.
Yeah, I got 2. It's all right.
Okay.
I'd like a jacket too, though, but that's all right. Let's head on a trip.
Okay.
Let's head on a trip, Jimmy. We're getting out of North Dakota.
Fucking need it.
We were very bored in North Dakota. There wasn't a lot going on there.
What the shit?
Yeah, it was boring.
There was heads being
There was
sawed
heads
off,
everywhere.
though.
Just heads all over the place. There's a lot
I got a
of heads.
message today on Instagram from a lady who said her and her mother listened to the show together, and then her mother saw the episode this week and goes, "I refuse to listen. I was at Kurt's wedding. He was a nice man."
It's true. And Kurt was a nice man, and we treated him very well, I think. We were very nice to Kurt. Let's head on a
Cut
trip.
his head off.
No. Let's head to Canton, Missouri.
Fuck. There's
Ooh.
already a Canton also.
Exciting.
idiots.
And shockingly enough, it is named after Canton, Ohio.
It is, of
As
course.
all of these small towns, originality is not their strong point for names. It's like they show up and
There's
they're
a
like,
Hall of Fame up there. Maybe people will be confused and show up in our shithole.
they just show up and they're like, I liked it there. So that's what this is going to be now.
This is Missouri.
Same shit.
All right.
It's in the northeast part of the state. It actually borders Illinois, the county it's in. It's right there in the far northeast corner of the state. 2.5 hours to St. Well, it's 5 hours away driving.
Okay.
5 hours to Chicago, 3.5 to Kansas City, 2 hours to St. Louis. It is the middle of fucking
We
nowhere.
flew over this shithole.
Yeah, you will fly over and go, what's down there? Nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, look, floodwaters. Excellent. That's
At least one dead person.
At least. This is in Lewis County. Zip code 63435, area code 573. It's a small town, 2.59 square miles.
Okay.
A little bit of its water, about a quarter of a mile of its water, because it's on the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
Of course. It's a lot of river stuff going on in this thing here.
Yeah.
Their thing, they don't have a slogan,
Okay.
this town, but they do have a pitch. We'll call it here. They have a pitch, so we'll go with that. They're really trying to get you to show, and they have to throw in their slogan. You'll see. Here we go. Quote, it doesn't matter if you're traveling from the north or the south, we are a great stop on the way to your destination. Not even stay here. Stop, grab something to eat, keep fucking going. You don't want to be here.
We got a Hardee's. Come back.
That's Main Street there if you want to party. That looks hardcore, huh?
Yeah.
Really get into that.
Looks like Nana's house.
We have scenic views of the Mississippi, great food, and unique shopping. What is unique shopping? What are they selling there? What's unique? What's considered unique like no one else has? It's like people? Are they selling people there? I'm not
We'll
sure.
sell you some Mississippi.
And located in the northeast corner of Missouri, the city of Canton is a small town with so much to, capital letters, show you.
Okay. You assholes.
Missouri. See,
Where the show
Missouri.
me staying?
Is anybody from Missouri?
Assholes.
Yeah.
This is your fault.
Pocket of them, yeah. Correct
Your
this
goddamn
shit.
fault.
Fix this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you
Jesus
asked.
Christ almighty. These fucking people, man. It's founded in 1830 by Edward Wright, Robert Sinclair, and Isaac Bland. Bland. The Bland Town. And those guys sound like that's a trio right there. They're going out getting arrested at night.
So do I. So do I.
Isaac Bland. Jesus Christ. At the town, it was part of Marion County to the south, as Lewis County wasn't incorporated until later. That doesn't matter, though. Edward White built the first house. And what did they use it as? A fucking tavern. Immediately.
Yeah.
Because you're stopping through there. Stop through. Get a drink, goddammit.
Because it's Missouri.
Yeah. Drink because you're in Missouri. Yes. It
For
grew.
Anheuser-Busch, is that right?
Am
Am I wrong? I don't fucking know.
St. Louis. 3.5 hours
Yeah.
away.
That's the same state.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So drink.
We've established that St. Louis is in Missouri. That's good. That's a good thing. We got that out of the way. That's right off the bat. Gotta clean that right up. Oh, man. They had a big flood in 1851.
Of course they do.
They had a huge flood. This town, lots of floods. They're on the river.
They're on the fucking Mississippi.
It floods, destroys everything, and they're like, once the floodwaters recede, they're like, that won't happen again, and they just go right fucking back.
White
It's gonna
people
happen
logic.
again. It's gonna happen again. It's definitely gonna happen again. Prior to this, but Canton didn't take the brunt of this one. What? What do you got?
It just occurred to me that white people are the dumbest fucking people ever.
Okay, I'm following.
Florida, you fucking retards. Why are you still building over? Every year there's a hurricane and you rebuild shit. Oklahoma, you fucking hillbilly fucks.
They don't even rebuild shit.
No, they don't. They just park a new one.
No, that's it. Exactly where I was going.
Drag a new one in, Paul. It blew away.
You read my mind, my friend.
My house is a
fucking
kite.
ass.
All right.
It's a nightmare. A fucking nightmare. The town of Tully is a mile north. That was destroyed by this flood completely. And then all those people went to Canton. They were like, fuck Tully, we're going to Canton. So they just moved over to the next town, which also floods like crazy. They're playing a shell game with towns and floods and shit here. It's fucking ridiculous here. Now, 1851, they incorporated Canton. Canton. That's then. That was like, now we got some people. Let's throw this shit together. Let's get some paperwork filed. By 1860, had over 2,000 people.
Wow.
So it was cooking. At the time here, it was the large. It had all the big trade went through there because it was right on the river. So there's lots of ferrying. Everything's being up and down the river. Back then, the river was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
There's no airfare. There's no airlines. There's no air travel.
I feel you.
Yeah, that's all there is, man.
I'm on board.
That's all there is. There's steamers landing daily. There's a lot of freight, a lot of passengers. Also, became huge in pork packing back then.
What?
Pigs everywhere.
Really?
Oh, pigs and
Not
unique
just the
shopping,
people.
apparently.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, not just the people.
Big fat pink people.
During the 1870s, they slaughtered over 1,300 hogs a month during the winter months.
Holy shit.
It's a lot of fucking hogs there, man. Also, after the Civil War, a hand corn planter, that sounds exciting, patented by Daniel Broy was manufactured in Canton. Also, they were big into the wagon and buggy industries. And also, they had factories that made mussel shells into buttons.
Yeah.
And they made brooms.
Yeah.
This is like...
Do we even need that fucking
none of these
desert
things.
fart fact? Do we
None of
even
these
need
things.
that?
None of these things.
This
That wasn't
town
the
is
Sahara
a piece
fart
of
fact.
shit.
That's what they did back then. So as you can imagine, that didn't last.
Right.
Horse and buggies and who makes the big broom making industry?
Oh boy,
That's
fucking! I don't know who.
I was wondering
Are there
where the-
brands of brooms?
Apparently, I was wondering where the hat blocking store is there.
Harry Potter. I don't know what that was. Oh, because they write them. Fuck you. Leave the jokes to us, asshole.
Did you seriously miss that? Did you fucking miss a broom?
I was like, there can't be possibly a right on the nose dumb. It was. All right.
Yeah, he nailed it. He nailed it. You dumb. He's smart. He knew what he was talking about. Give credit where it's due, goddammit. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, by 1871, the railroad came through, Jimmy. Not oil. Don't worry, not oil. The railroad came through.
Still can't believe it.
And that's when people were cooking. Population over 3,000 by 1871.
Okay.
That's some shit right there. That's a big town.
Steaming right towards unqualified for a small town.
That is more people than they have now currently. So as you can imagine, this town didn't thrive.
Something went wrong.
More floods.
That'll do it.
Floods in the 40s and 50s. Canton High School kept being overrun with floods. They had to take up the gym floor. Literally, they would have to, at the end of every week, they'd take up the gym floor and, like, store it in the closet in case it's flooded over the weekend. Like, everybody, let's say, that's fucking horrible.
Why do they
Move your school, man. What are you doing? Oh, that's awful. So, yeah, what they would do is during this time, the school employees and people would actually just travel by boat around this town. That's how bad it would flood. That's how bad it would flood. It would be horrible looking like Cuba, or not Cuba, Haiti.
Yeah.
Cuba hasn't flooded, has it? I think they're fine.
They could use it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Am I wrong? I don't know.
They built a levee in the 60s, though, and since then there's been very little flooding. There was some a few years ago that we'll talk about, but very, very little flooding. This is what it looked like when it flooded a few years ago, as you can see.
I don't know.
It's pretty neat photography.
Kind
but
of looks nicer.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
You see somebody named Jasper on a skeeter running by.
That manufactured aluminum building looks like it was made for that shit, doesn't it? In case the floodwaters come, we'll just put this shit up here.
Just place 50-gallon plastic drums around your house, and you'll be fine. You'll just float away. And you'll get a new place when the water recedes.
Yeah. Starting in 1853, they had the Lewis Adams River Ferry, and it started out being a paddle wheel deal here. It was the oldest continuously operating ferry going across the Mississippi River until it closed in April 2014. They were like, we have no interest in this town. We don't even care about the ferry. Fuck this place. We hate it. Yeah, it's also they have Amish. You know what this is? You know what those are? Those are Amish funeral
You didn't let
carts.
me guess?
Those
Jesus.
are Amish funeral carts. Exactly what those are.
I would have guessed an ice chest.
Yes, no. That's how the Amish cart
That looks
people
like
are.
a hillbilly Yeti. That looks fantastic.
Looks like they must bury like 3 people at a time. That thing's fucking huge. Just throw them all. They store them up.
Put them on top.
We're only digging one hole. Let's go. Damn it.
Tired. I've been churning butter.
And the fucked up part is, you know what the Amish are doing?
Yeah.
The exact same shit that everyone else was doing 100 years ago that nobody wants anymore. They're doing the exact same shit.
They got a riverboat with a paddle wheel.
That's what they got. People here, population 2,388.
Okay.
So yeah, less than
That's
they had
today?
100 years ago. That's today. It's down 9% since 1990. There's a college in this town, so the median age is super low. Normal 37.4 is our average. We're at 26.6.
Okay.
So everything's going to skew that way. Male-female populations are normal. Married population way less than normal. 35% it is.
College
It's usually
kids are
50.
smart.
Yeah, they're not getting married yet. They're like, I don't want to do this shit. High single population, all that sort of thing. Also, a lot of widows here, too. Also, like twice the normal amount of widows.
Weird.
So you're either 100 or you're going to college here. No one who's living a life comes here.
How fucking ageist of you. There can't be a 100-year-old woman going to college, asshole.
She might be going to college, but
She's
I
getting
don't
her
think
doctorate.
she fucking better be
She's
at 100.
gonna need it.
She better not be going to community college at 100. What's the point
She's
of
gonna
that?
need it so she can, because she can't operate a computer and she needs to WebMD for her friends.
And herself. Jesus. Race of this town, as you might guess, pretty goddamn white. 93.04% white, 2.56% black, 0.35% Asian.
All right.
So they have a few Asian people, not many, but they're letting a couple. Woo! Someone's either Asian or super into Asians. I'm not sure. Either one. They're either find them real sexy. Hispanics, 0.20%. So that's
like.
Wow. Are you cheering the lack of Hispanics?
Right. You racist fuck.
Woo! Fuck Mexicans, yeah!
That percentage wasn't even
fuck
a
them.
person. That was like 2 Mexican fingers. Jesus, calm down.
Damn it. Man, it is a religious town.
Yeah.
This is a very middle America town.
Okay.
This is like very middle America religious. 57.7% religious. It's usually about 50%.
Yeah.
4.3% Catholic. 13% Christian of, Episcopalian, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
You threw pasta in there.
Yeah,
That was
I
adorable.
always throw pasta in there. 0.0% Jewish, 0.0% Muslim, obviously. They
I love when you say obviously.
obviously, yeah. The Jewish people know to get away from the floods.
They are not going to try to make. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Don't fuck with those floods, man. No. We know it's happening again. We're not buying that shit. Never again.
I could have gone so horrible.
Yeah, I know you could. Thank you.
There's not a Sully in that Muslim bunch, is there?
No, I don't think
There's
so.
too much water.
Yeah, too much.
That shit in water.
35% Democrats in this town, 62% Republican, about 2% Independent. Unemployment rate's about average, nothing too crazy there. Median household income's pretty low, but you expect that from old people and college kids, or old college kids.
Sure.
Either one. It's $34,338, which is more than $20,000 less than the median. So that's a lot here.
Fuck, do you live on that?
That's tough. Jobs here, more manufacturing jobs than normal. A lot of blue collar jobs. Also, the educational services. The town is the college.
Right.
I mean, it's this little weird college, and the town is that. It is 29% of the jobs here are college related, like around the schools, college, high school, that sort of thing. Also, a lot of health care because there's a lot of old people. That's all there is here.
Better fucking be.
That's it. Cost of living. We do 100 being average, being the par. Cost of living here is 78.
And that's still too high.
I wouldn't want to be there.
The shit's gonna float away.
That's what I mean.
Why does it cost so much?
Yeah. I would definitely
Shit
rent.
should be free.
I'm renting if I move there ever. And speaking of that, the housing there is about 40 out of 100. So housing is less than half of normal.
Now,
They don't give a shit. And speaking of that, if we have convinced you to move to Canton, Missouri for some goddamn reason, you're interested in the Amish funeral practices, I don't know, we have for you the Canton, Missouri Real Estate Report, everybody. All right. Let's do it. We have a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. There it is. Look at the inside. That's a lot of wood paneling, guys. Holy shit, that's a lot of paneling.
That looks like it smells like cat litter.
Looks like it smells like smoke and mothballs.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 978 square feet, but it is right on the lake. Your yard goes right out to a lake that probably smells like shit also.
Right.
It is $59,500. So a bargain, a value.
And at some point you're going to be in the lake.
You will be.
It's perfect.
It'll come to you, actually. You don't
But
have to go to them.
with all that timber, that shit's for sure gonna float.
Oh, you know it is. We have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,518 square foot
That's
house.
dope.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
$125,000.
That's too much.
It's too much because it's going to float away, but other than that, it's not a bad house. And then finally, if you're looking to really spread out, we have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house. It's 1,700 square feet, but it is on 1,000 acres.
Wow.
That looks dope as shit, and the inside's really nice. $464,000.
Why does it look like a ravine? Like the river's gonna run right the fuck
There's a
through?
pond there. There's a pond in the
Super
back.
Bowl party. What the shit?
It looks like it's sitting on a little hill, actually.
To me,
'cause
it looks
goes
like
down.
it's in a fucking ravine.
I think it's
don't
on
know.
a hill. That goes down, slants based on the angle of the shadows. I've done a lot of research on shadow photography. I was really obsessed with the Lee Harvey Oswald pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much was this one?
This is $464,000.
On 1,000 acres.
1,000 acres.
Jeez.
So you own all that shit. All that flooded mess filled with mosquitoes.
All
and
that
disaster.
worthless swampland.
You own it. Things to do here.
Oh,
Good
boy.
God. Lovely stuff here. The Remember When Toy Museum is the big thing to do here.
Remember when your friend floated away?
Old
This
toys.
is all that was left.
That's it. His Flash Gordon comic books are all that was left there. That's it for that. And really, it's that and outdoors. They're just touting, go outside.
Go outside and get Lyme disease
frolic in
because
the
you're going to
floodwaters.
get bit by ticks.
Frolic in the floodwaters. Now, crime. Well, we're all interested here. Crime. Property value here, or property crime, right on average.
Yeah.
Right at average, right normal. But violent crime, murder, rape, robbery, assault, the big ones, the big four, the 4 horsemen, is 1/3 the normal average. So super low.
Really?
No one's getting raped, robbed, assaulted, or murdered here for
With
the
all
most
these
part.
college kids, that's shocking.
They're not. We did find some people who did get murdered here. And let's talk about some people. Let's talk about a situation. Let's introduce ourselves to a young lady, shall we? Let's introduce ourselves to a Brandy Lynn June Kearns. That's a lot of fucking names. Too many names. They couldn't decide, so it's Lynn June.
I can't decide if I hate her.
Here she is.
Oh,
got a lot of hair.
fuck's sake, she's adorable.
Yeah, she's very adorable.
Her parents are the assholes.
She's
it's
a
not
nurse.
her.
She's a nurse.
Yeah.
Went to nursing school.
Look at her
Very
hair.
nice.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's got big old 80s hair.
Bitch.
Actually, that She's born in
Great
1975, though, so this is the 90s, and she had giant hair like that, so she's a little out of date, but then we won't hold that against her, right? She's
leg warmers and leotards. It's not her fault.
In 1995, she's 20 years old. She graduated from Canton High School. She's attending Hannibal Tech School.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, she's a member of the First Baptist Church of Canton. She's a nice girl. She's a nice Midwestern girl. You know, this type of girl you take home to your mom.
Sure.
Yeah, that sort of thing, I guess. I don't know if that's what you're into, but yeah.
You know, introduce your wife to your mom yet?
I have, yeah. But I don't know if other people, maybe they don't like their wife or their mom. I don't know. It might not be about the wife.
It's all possible.
It's all possible here. Now, a nice girl like this, you'd think she's 20 years old. She's going to find, a nice college kid. There's college kids here. They're all over the place, right? You think she's going to find... No, she's not going to find that guy.
She'll find a shithead with a machine gun on the side of his head.
Yeah, exactly. No, she's going to find John Clayton Smith, a divorced guy with 2 kids, much older than her. Of course. That would all be fine. Let's not judge him. But he also...
He could be amazing, you dicks.
You never know. Let me tell you something. One thing, he's not amazing at all. He has a very long prior violent history with women. He has prior convictions for felony stealing and violating orders of protections against an ex-girlfriend. His stealing charges from 1983.
Could be a misunderstanding.
So, I mean, could be. You never know. You never know. At this time, in 1995, Brandy lives in Canton. She lives with her mom, Yvonne Curse, and her stepfather, Wayne Hoewing. 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 Okay. I want to put an R in there so fucking bad. Hoering or whoring or whoring is worse than Hoering.
I'm into that one. All right.
Never mind. This is Wayne here. It's hard. There wasn't a lot of pictures of him, so I really had to take what I could get.
That's
here.
the divorced father?
No, that's Wayne. That's the stepdad.
Oh, whoring.
Yeah. That's Hoering. There's no R, Jimmy.
Fuck it.
Stop putting R's in
It's
there.
Wayne.
This guy's a hard worker. He's a lockman at the Lock and Dam number 20 in Canton. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, he works on the river, I assume, making
he
sure
looks
it
like
doesn't
big
flood
boats
again.
in and out. And,
He's the first guy that knows it's flooding.
Got it.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's a big guy. It's flooding, everybody, run!
Or he's like, fuck it, you guys know.
On your own.
You bought a house here, you knew this shit was going to happen. I'm leaving.
It's flooding, obviously. Jesus Christ. He also owned and operated Hoeing and Winters Trucking Company in Canton. He used to be a farmer and a mail carrier.
Oh.
Okay, so this guy's done every old-timey job. He's a mail carrier. He's I'm doing locks on a river.
He's the king of $42,000 a year.
Yeah,
that's what
he's
he
definitely going to that's it. He's very happy with that. He's a member of the Bluff Springs United Methodist Church near Canton, and also a member of the Harley Owners Group at Hannibal, the FOE, which is what is that? The Fraternal Order of some horse shit. Elks? Is it Elks, maybe?
It's an Elks Lodge?
I think so. It's
Harley Owners Group, it's just a group you get inducted into when you buy a fucking Harley.
Yeah, you go hang out with those guys.
It's the dumbest shit in the world. It's such a racket. It's like, I own a Harley, so I get to be in this group.
I don't know if he's the fraternal. I don't know what do you have to pay to be an elk? Is that a thing? There's got to be some kind of dues. They have a clubhouse, don't they?
Blow a dude or some shit.
I think so. Oh, there's rituals. There's
for sure.
There's spankings involved in this.
Somebody's got a finger in their ass, for sure.
No, always, man.
Some old man that doesn't wipe well anymore. It's all a mess.
Yeah.
It's all terrible. Listen, I'm not an elk.
Yvonne was his second wife. Yeah. He's got a wife. He got an ex-wife. He's got a couple of kids from a previous marriage. So now Brandy, she's dating John Clayton Smith, our winner. It sounds like a real winner here. They apparently make plans to live together in 1996. Okay. Start making plans to live together.
How old is he?
He's he's 36 at the time. So
she's 20.
She's 20 and going to college.
He's divorced and has 2 kids.
Yes. And lots of charges, including violating restraining orders against other women her age.
This is in 95, so there's not Google.
Yeah, nobody knows this shit. Yeah. He's just a creepy looking.
He would have to tell
guy.
you, I beat the shit out of some broad.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so you know.
Just to let you know. Yeah. I stole something and I violated everything. So happens.
Jesus.
John Clayton Smith. He borrows $30,000 to buy a house for him and Brandy, which would probably buy a whole house there. Yeah. I think it's probably a trailer, is what he's talking about. Yeah. I think he's talking about a trailer. Now, at this time, too, this is strange. Brandy has a daughter named Tatum, born in early 1997. Okay? I don't know who the father is.
Oh.
This is not the father.
Okay.
Clearly. Even though they went out since 1995 and it's 1997, he's not the father of this baby.
Okay.
So that's an odd one. We never find out who the father of this baby is, so that mystery is never going to be solved. So fuck off if you
So
want to
hang
solve
in
it.
with that shit. That's weird.
Not going to
In
happen
case you
here.
thought Brandy was just fantastic at every turn.
No shit.
Sometimes those great women have mistakes.
Now,
I can't imagine she's proud of this shit. That's all I'm saying. She's
No.
with a piece of shit. And she has this kid too, and he's not the dad. That's fucked up.
no, he's not the dad. But here's the thing I don't get either. Okay. So she has a baby.
Yes.
They're together.
Yes.
He's borrowing money to get a house for them, and then
Right.
she has a baby.
Is he borrowing from a bank or from a person?
I think it's from a person.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to borrow just for a random.
Can't imagine a bank's gonna give it to this fuck.
No, he's not going to give you a criminal record, everything else. Plus, I just feel like you're not going to borrow it for like a future sale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but this is just such a weird arrangement. Like,
Yeah.
she has the kid and he seems fine with it. Like,
Yeah.
he's okay with it. He wants to marry her,
Yeah.
too, which is great.
It's because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, he's got a thing. Yeah.
She's the best thing that's gonna happen to him, for sure.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. I don't think anything good has ever happened to this fucking guy.
Oh,
by the
boy.
way. Let's put it that way.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing here. I don't think he's done a lot either. Now, around June 1st, 1997, she comes to her goddamn senses. Okay. Brandy decides, I'm done with this fucking guy.
Yeah.
She stops seeing him. She lives with Wayne and Yvonne.
Okay.
She had lived there, and he had come in and out. John Clayton Smith. He'd come in and out of the whole deal. So he's coming in to hang out with them, and so he's familiar with the house. They know him. They've been going out for 2 years.
Yeah.
He's fine coming in and out and stuff like that, and that becomes very important in a minute here. So he's very distraught by being broken up with. Now, I don't blame him. He had like a cute 20-year-old girl, and
Yeah.
he's a fucking monster with a criminal record
Right.
that she didn't know about,
Yeah.
and she's willing to spend time with him. Yeah, I don't blame him for being upset that this went away. So he's very upset. During that month of June, he contacts his former wife, Mary Smith, about visiting his children. He hadn't talked to the kids for almost 2 years before this. So,
Jesus.
good guy. Real
Yeah.
prince of a guy here.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
So he
good
contacts
father.
her to see the kids?
He contacts her. He says he wants to see the kids. He wants to talk to the kids. This is out of nowhere. He hasn't called them, seen them, had shit to do with these kids for 2 years, pretty much here. So now during June, he visits them several times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's like, okay, she broke up with me, because it seems like this is healthy.
Yeah.
Like, she broke up with me. Now I feel like I have my life in order. I'm going to try to like get back in with my kids. Right?
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
Maybe the first thing he's ever fucking done that's half decent, but he tries. He even gives his ex-wife some savings bonds and coin collections that he wants the kids to have.
Yeah.
So now he's even giving like them money and
Where's
stuff
he
like
getting
that.
this shit? Is this like...
This is shit he had.
Okay.
This is shit he had. No, he's not like a cat burglar or anything.
all
This is like stuff he had. It's just
I
some
just want him
bonds
to be
and
like
coins.
the scummiest of the pieces of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, he is. Don't worry. He's a fucking awful human being. Don't worry. Yeah, the coins aren't the scummy part. This is small town murder. There's much worse that's going to come here in a minute here. Very, very, very bad here. So he at about 7:30 a.m. This is the 4th of July, 1997. So 4th of July in a small town in Middle America. There,
Yeah.
there's flags everywhere.
Yeah.
I assume
They love
flags
Jesus.
and shit,
Holy
and fireworks all over the goddamn place. It's a fucking disaster. So they're all in. I hate fireworks.
But it's all
by the way.
wet, so
Yeah,
you
it's
can
nothing's
shoot
going on.
fireworks fucking everywhere.
I despise fireworks. This is the stupidest goddamn thing in the world. I swear to Christ, I fucking want to take people who watch fireworks on television and just show them last year's fireworks. I guarantee you they will not know the fucking difference. Guaranteed. It's the same exact thing, goddammit. About 7:30 a.m., like we said, in the morning of July 4th, so it's a holiday.
Yeah.
John Smith, I'll just call him Smith. I don't even want to call this asshole by his first name here. He drives by OC's Tavern in Canton. All these small towns, everything's based around the bar too.
Well, yeah.
It all happens here.
Gotta get drunk.
And
Let
he looks at he's looking for Brandy's car.
Okay.
It had been parked there next to the tavern since the night before, and it's still there. So this guy has been driving back and forth all night, looking to see when she leaves with her car. This is creepy fucking behavior. Obviously, can you imagine that shit? Like, imagine being in that state of mind where you're doing that.
I just don't understand
Where's your car?
guys
Is it
that
there?
do that shit.
I don't either.
Is it really that great? Like, what's... You know what I mean? Like,
it's not even a matter of that. It's a matter of needing to control shit. You know what I
you're
mean?
an asshole. That's what you are.
Yes, he's a
leave her
complete
alone
asshole.
and let her be.
That's the thing here. So,
by the way, she doesn't want to be around you. Why would you want to force her to be around you? That's just going
the
to be a
question.
shitty, not fun time.
we answer that like every week, pretty
Like,
much.
you want to have...
Every week.
Like, what's the point of being around her? Like, you want to have sex with her? Forcing to be around you is not going to want her to have sex with you.
Well, I think he just wants to make sure of what she's doing and be super possessive about it.
Probably.
It's just, if she's not with me and her car's there, she's got to be with somebody else. It's her thing here. So he drives by at 7:30 and sees the car there.
Yeah.
And he calls his ex-wife.
Also, that hurts.
Yeah,
It
that's what I
hurts
mean.
so bad when
Yeah.
you see her with somebody and you're not with some. Like, I was dating a girl. I broke up with her. She was dating a giant fat man with. He was hideous, and I was like, "That's better than me, you bitch."
Yeah.
And she pissed in my bed. And
That's the bed pisser?
That's
That's
bed
a bed
puddle.
pisser.
That's what I
Yeah.
call it, bed puddle. She pissed in my bed and then fucked a fat old man, and I was like, "I'm worse than that."
Hold on a second. Question here.
Oh, it hurt so bad.
Did she piss
After. No, before, I mean. Hold on.
out of drunkenness or
Yeah,
just
no,
loss
no,
of
no.
bladder?
She was a mess. She always drank.
So really, her being a severely dysfunctional alcoholic is the
You
real
have that
problem.
uncle that'll piss in your closet. She was that for my girlfriend in my bed. That's what she was.
I have a friend who pisses on his curtains all the time. Like his wife will complain, he'll get up in the middle of the night and just piss on his curtains.
Don't date him because he'll piss in your bed.
Yeah, or in the hamper, he's done that too.
Yeah.
He's pissed in all their clothes, which is a nice thing to do here. There's no piss in the story whatsoever, by the way, just to let everybody know.
It is when I get involved.
Swear
That's what
there's no
happens.
piss. Yeah, all
I
the
talk
pissers
about
go to
bed
you.
puddle.
We send all the pissers to Jimmy. That's how it works here. So after he drives by there, he's seething mad, obviously. So what's he going to do now? He's going to call. Not going to go into a rage. He's going to call his ex-wife and ask what the kids' plans are that day.
Okay.
So it's like, well, if I can't have Brandy, I'll just hang out with my kids, which
Yeah.
seems like a healthy, a healthy thought.
Last-ditch effort?
Or that also. So he gets there. While he's talking to her on the phone, she can tell that something's wrong with him.
Yeah.
He's acting really funny. When she asked him what was wrong, he said everything. So that's not a good answer.
No.
Everything. That's especially if you got a guy like that you know
Yeah.
is like a little off. You're like everything. Yeah, maybe no. Come see the kids today. What do you say? Maybe stay wherever the fuck you are. She asked if the ex-wife asked if he was having difficulties with Brandy, and he said just everything. I can't talk about it now. I gotta go, and he hung up.
Okay.
So that's that.
It's productive.
That's productive. Yeah, he's just, I don't know what he never even found out what the kids' plans were. He
Yeah.
just called and sounded.
What's
didn't wanna
wrong?
talk about it.
Everything. Gotta
Everything.
go.
Click. Yeah. Okay, sure. So are you coming over or not? What are you doing here? So later in the morning, this guy, and this is crazy too, like the thought process here. He then calls Yvonne. He calls Brandy's mom.
Mom.
He calls Brandy's mom, which I think is a batshit move.
Yeah.
For some reason here, just to call her to say hi if you're whatever. But he asked whether Brandy came home last night.
Oh, boy.
They're broken up.
Yeah.
First of all, the mother.
What does the mom say?
The mom, that's what I'm saying. Like, if that was my mom, she
Yeah.
would have been like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Like, she would have told him off and the whole deal. But no, she said no, she didn't come home the night before.
Oh, boy.
Why would you tell this guy that? Don't fuel him. What the
No.
fuck is wrong with you? There's a fire, and she's like, "I'll just spray a little gasoline and we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. She'll be fine. Just, flame up a little bit. No
Do
worries."
you think she did that on
He's
purpose
stable.
to fuck with him, or do you think she was just like...
I think she answered the phone and she was like, "Brandy here?" Nah, she didn't come home. I think she just doesn't care.
She come home, something like cigarette nicks, I don't know, she gone.
Caught in the flood, I don't know. Brandy drowned last night. So she hears this, and then he tells the mom, asks her, I guess, she's seeing someone else, isn't she?
Yeah.
Which, again, none of your business.
Right.
And why are you asking the mom? And that just makes you feel super weird. The mom just says, I don't know what she does.
Right.
She's 20 years old. She goes 21 years old. She goes out, she hangs out with her
Yeah.
friends. I don't know. Maybe she's seeing someone else. What do I know, basically? That's not a good enough answer for him, though, at all, obviously. He sees her driving on the highway at one point that day. Again, small town.
Yeah.
Passing by, there's her car. She's driving on the highway. I'm going to follow her. Like, this is a very small area.
So
here.
awful.
Like, if you lost someone here, could you find them ever? Like,
In
I saw
Chicago?
them on the highway.
Holy shit, no.
fuck no, you're gone. They're done. So, but he finds her.
You're lucky you found that person in the first place.
Yeah, to begin with. He finds her and he follows her to a guy named Brian Brooks's house.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the guy.
Our hero.
That's the guy she's seeing here. Now he pulls up behind her in the driveway.
Oh no.
How'd you like to be Brian Brooks, too?
Yeah.
Like, oh, great. Now I got this guy to deal with.
Cool.
too.
I got an old man. And that's how old is Brian? Is he a younger
He's
guy?
around her age.
Yeah.
He's-
See,
yeah.
That's
So
what
this is pissing
see,
this guy
he's
off.
an asshole. He's
Yeah.
36 or 38. He's got 2
He's
kids.
getting
He's
that.
divorced. He's a piece of shit. And he sees her with some young guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You want young dick?"
He doesn't even have any felony convictions.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What's he got? I don't have.
Has he ever even stalked anybody? He knows nothing about love and romance, this fucking guy. He doesn't know how to stalk. He doesn't know how to really keep tabs on someone, follow them around,
Unbelievable.
track their movements. This
Right.
is romance, goddammit. He doesn't think that, though. So she gets out of the car, and I feel like she knows how to calm him down a lot of the time because she talked to him. It was less than 3 minutes, and she subdued him.
Yeah.
He was cool, and he got in the car and he left.
Like a
So
negotiator.
she knows how to talk to this.
Yeah.
Well, she's probably fucking had to deal with this guy. I have a feeling this isn't the first time he's acted a little weird.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's probably why she.
You're probably right.
You know, so she's like, I know how to talk to this guy. Relax. I'm sure Brian Brooks stayed in the house. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not dealing with this goddamn idiot. So at 11:05 p.m., the whole day goes by. He goes to a convenience store and he buys beer. Okay, he buys a 12-pack of beer at a convenience store in Canton.
Heartache medicine.
Yeah, exactly. He's just going to drink his troubles away. The store clerk noticed that he was preoccupied and appeared to be in a weird mood.
Okay.
First of all, if the 7-Eleven worker on graveyard shift notices, if they notice your mood, you must really be upset.
Yeah.
You got to be hopped up on like meth and Robitussin, just fucking fighting the. You know, I'm speedy. No, I'm not. I'm down. Just a mess. Jesus Christ. Yeah. How many people's moods are you? 7-Eleven. Have you ever gone to a convenience store and bought anything? They don't even look you in the fucking eye. They're checked out. They're just like $4.75. That's it. Done. There's no.
And at that time of night, you're competing
He's in
with
a
people
weird
that are
mood.
like not even putting the frozen burrito in the microwave before they start eating it. Like you're dealing with complete fucking lunacy.
And this guy, weird.
And, right. And he's like, that guy's fucking crazy.
The guy before him ate a hot dog that was on the rack for 14 hours. This guy
Didn't even notice.
This guy
Didn't
weird.
notice
mood.
it.
Very strange stuff here. Jesus Christ. So he leaves the convenience store, and a couple hours go by. Enough time to get good and tanked.
Okay.
Okay. It's about 1:45 in the morning.
Perfect.
So
He's been
11:30
drinking
he
for
bought the
2.5
beer.
hours.
Been drinking for 2.5 hours. He's probably got 10 beers in him.
Yeah.
8-9 beers in
I'll
him.
bet it's a 30-pack.
Which is a lot. He bought a 12-pack.
Oh, okay.
Based on what the clerk said.
It's all gone.
And if the clerk noticed his mood, I bet you she took goddamn notice of his order, too. He had this, he had that. He got $12 on Pump 6.
Right.
He was on top of that shit. The best convenience store
Shotgun
clerk
the
in
beer
town.
in the parking lot and shit.
That's
Weirdo.
right. So it's 1:48 a.m. when this all goes down here.
Yeah.
He drives to Brandy's house.
Of course he does.
Yvonne and Wayne, the father, the stepfather, and the mother are there, and Brandy's there. So she drives there at 1:40 in the morning, 1:48. So what are you hoping to accomplish from that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing-
You're gonna
nothing
bang on the door.
positive.
Yeah, we go bang on the door and wake
Yeah.
everybody up. So that's.
I mean, you're going to murder somebody. That's what you're going to do.
You're gonna murder somebody. You're there for murder or to be arrested on the front lawn.
At minimum rape. Like, that's the minimum
Yeah.
thing that you're doing right now.
At least.
You're
And that-
forcibly putting something inside somebody else.
That's best case scenario.
Right.
So that's scary as shit
Absolutely.
right there. So what he does is, but he doesn't pull in the driveway.
No.
Which is again bad sign.
Yeah.
Whenever someone doesn't pull in the driveway, I'm scared right then and here. He parks his truck about 30 yards from the house, which is like
In front of another house?
too close to be like far away, but too far to be close. Like it's just a dumb place to park.
Right.
Like it's all his.
It's just extra steps for no reason. Just park out front, dickhead.
So in addition to being a felon and kind of a dickhead, he's also a bad parker, which I really fucking hate. I really hate that the most out of anything. I mean, stalking is one thing.
Was he the guy that parks at the end of the parking lot so that he can get some exercise?
I think so. Yeah. Afraid doesn't want anybody to hit the door of his '93 Dodge Ram, so he's like, I
I'm going
better
to
park
take the
down here.
stairs, not the elevator. You're a jerk.
I don't think this guy does that at all. I think that he's got other plans. He's just too dumb to execute them right. He takes some beers with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Out of the car.
Okay.
He's taking some beers with him to the house, which I don't know if he's just going to have a
He's
drunken.
going to have a cold one with the new guy.
Yeah, he's gonna sit on the front lawn, stare at the house, and get drunk, and they're gonna
Just
find him in the morning.
Have a civil passing of the pussy.
He's
That's what he's doing. That's she's all yours now, sir.
No.
Oh, have a Bud Light.
No, he's gonna hang out on the front lawn, drink till he passes out.
Yeah.
He's gonna poop on it and pretend it's a dog. You know he's going to shit in the grass.
Yeah, for sure.
No, he's shitting in the grass. I'm positive of it here. So he takes some beers, but he has 3 guns with him.
Oh.
Also. Oh, yes.
So much for civil.
So much for civil. Yeah, you don't usually do anything civil with 3 guns. So he's got 3 guns here, and he doesn't take them in the house, though. He leaves them in the truck. Okay, he's not going to take the guns with him, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
He's taking beers and not guns.
Yeah. And he put the guns at safe extra 30 yards
30 yards away.
Yeah.
He can't even just go out in the driveway and get them. No, not at all. Not at all. But what he did do was a problem here. He walks around. They have a large pond on the property. He walks around the pond. I don't know if he's just drinking and thinking.
Rocks,
Drinking and thinking, man. That's a bad thing. Just
humming crickets in the dark or some shit.
Just skipping rocks.
Yeah.
Picture him skip like Opie in the beginning of
for sure.
Andy Griffith. That's it. Only with beer and murder in his heart. It's a little different.
Yeah.
I don't think Ron Howard had
fishing pole.
I don't think Ron Howard had murder in his heart. At least not then. He might now. I'm not sure. You never know what he's up to now. I'm not positive.
Still got red hair. That's
he does. That's possible here. What he does is he decides he's going to go in the house.
Yeah.
He still knows how to get in the house because his girlfriend
he's an
2
asshole.
years.
Right.
And he's an asshole, and he would take note of these sort of things. So he goes through the basement door. Okay. He has a key.
Yeah.
He goes through the basement door.
He still has a key?
Still has a key.
Oh, boy.
They probably. I mean, they don't
He
think
made
that-
an extra one.
I'm sure he did. You know he did. Or he just, he still has it. They didn't take it from him. Maybe that was like the thing that Brandy thought would push him over the edge.
Yeah.
Give me my keys back.
Yeah.
Like, let's just let him keep the keys. It's
Yeah.
fine. Like, what the fuck's he going to do? This is what he's going to do. This, exactly. He enters the basement and takes his shoes off when he enters the basement, which is an odd move right there. That seems like you're creeping a little bit.
Know, maybe,
you want to be quiet?
Maybe he's just thoughtful.
Is he really just? Is he just
maybe
respectful
he
of
stepped in
carpet?
his own shit in the yard. That's all.
That's true.
Just want to track that hit on the carpet.
He's just respectful of carpet. That's all. He's a good guy.
Just thoughtful.
My grandmother would have liked him. He's so nice. He's taking his shoes off in the house. That's so nice. So he goes in, shoes off, goes upstairs. I feel like he's creeping around. For sure. What he finds is he finds Brandy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Between the kitchen and the living room, like right there. She has her daughter Tatum in her arms. Okay. It's middle of the night feeding, basically. It's 1:40 in the morning.
I'm not happy either.
It's an infant, the whole deal. So don't worry, the baby's fine. So, there you go. Everybody relax. Baby's fine. Promise you the baby's not dead in this one, okay? So there you go. That's good. That's a good thing to be happy about. So anyway, he goes in, he finds her, she finds him. She's pissed that he's there.
Of course.
Why are you in my house at 2 in the fucking morning? What's your problem?
Right.
I don't think...
Where are your shoes? Weirdo?
Yeah, why are your shoes off? Why are you wearing your jammies? What's going on here? Why are you wearing feety pajamas to my house? What's going on? So, super weird. She tells him basically to get the fuck out, take a hike, and this isn't the 3-minute talk down from the driveway.
No.
This is because that was like, okay, you followed me, that's fine, whatever. This is you're in my house at 2 a.m. You didn't knock, I didn't know you were coming. You crept here. So she tells him to get out. He doesn't get out. Obviously, he begins to scuffle with her.
Okay.
In the course of this scuffle, he ends up stabbing her 8 times.
Wait, what?
8 times.
Where did the knife come from?
They're in the kitchen.
You didn't tell me about that shit.
They're in the kitchen. It's their knife.
He left the guns in the truck, but he grabbed a knife out of the kitchen.
So he didn't know what he was doing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like, yes, exactly. So I feel like he's going in there.
Yeah.
And he goes around, he brings the 3 beers with him. He takes a walk around the goddamn pond.
Yep.
Drinks those 3
Gets
beers.
the nerve up.
Doesn't even know what the fuck he's going to do when he goes there.
Yeah.
Gets in the house, takes his shoes off, walks up there. This is just how I'm thinking. Sees Brandy, hopes it goes well.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I feel like in his drunk, stupid, stalking asshole mind,
she's gonna love it.
he thinks like she's gonna be happy to see me. This is
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
take
great.
my shoes off.
Yeah. She'll be happy I didn't wear my shoes
She'll be
in
like,
the house.
that'll make it easier to get your pants on.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't go down like that.
And then my dick's in her mouth. And we're back together.
No, she's instead she does not like him, and he grabs a kitchen knife and decides to stab and slice
What
her
about
up.
I have one beer left.
The whole thing, like we said, the infant does not get any of this. Does not catch any of this at all. He cuts her 8 times, like I said. He then now while she's dying on the ground, she's on the kitchen floor on the linoleum. She's dying. She didn't die right away. She had enough time to write in her own blood on the kitchen floor. This is crafty and resourceful, man. Yeah, it's horrible, but fuck, you know, you
What
got to do
did
what you
she
got to
say?
do. She said she printed out it was Joh.
Yeah.
So she got that much out of it was John. And she said, and SVTTUM, and save Tatum, is what she's saying.
Okay.
That's what she said. This is what a good mother she is. I mean, honestly, she's dying and she's worried about her daughter, too, which is amazing. I mean, that's fucking, and she's worried about getting this asshole locked up, too, which is also good for everybody. So, she writes this on the floor in her own blood. Fucking horrible. Eventually they found in this whole thing, Brandy's on the linoleum, covered in blood, and the baby is at her feet.
Sweet Pete, really?
Yeah. This is like Dexter shit right here. This is total Dexter, like in its mother's blood. It's horrible,
poor
man.
Tatum. How old is she now? Fuck.
She would be 20. She's 20 right now,
Her
Tatum.
mom was when she died now.
Yeah, exactly 22 she was, but
fucked
still,
up.
it's way fucked up. So, this happens. Now you think, what's he gonna do? Run away?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't go run away.
Okay.
He goes to the parents' room now.
Okay.
He's like, well, I'm here.
What the fuck?
I'm
man?
already here. Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he has a goal for this thing too. I feel like he's trying to get killed, and we'll find out why too here. He enters there. Wayne had gotten up. Wayne heard the struggle, and he got up, and he was like kind of stirring and getting out of bed when this goes in. And I feel like Wayne, being a farmer and a channel lock guy, he's not taking any shit.
No, that guy,
He'll come in his house, stabbing people.
He's so mad. He fucking hates middle.
Plus, he's got to work at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
He's like, listen here, asshole. Like, this is ridiculous. You're fucking my day up. So, you know, gonna be on the channel lock here at fucking 5 a.m. So he goes in there. Smith ends up going in there, and as Wayne tries to get his bearings of what's going on, he attacks him. Smith just attacks Wayne. He ends up getting on top of Wayne on the bed and just stabs him a lot. He ends up stabbing him 11 times.
Jesus.
11 times. So now he's 19 stab wounds into a Friday night here. This is a lot. Like, that's a lot of stabbing to do in one night. So apparently, while he's doing this, Yvonne obviously sees this. She has no idea what happened to Brandy out there, but she sees this guy stabbing the shit out of her husband. So she goes and tries to push him off. Which ballsy move. Good for you, Yvonne.
He's drunk. It should work.
It doesn't work though because he ends up slashing her in the arm. He just swipes the knife at her and slashes her arm. Luckily, he didn't hit her throat or anything like that. She runs in the bathroom and closes the door. Which, smart. He follows her, though, obviously, because he's a dick and he wants to kill everybody. While he's at the bathroom door, Wayne gets a hold of a loaded gun that he keeps in the house. Yeah, good for him, right? So he pulls the gun on John, on Clayton Smith here. What Smith says to him, this is the weirdest shit of all, because this makes me think that he was doing this on purpose. Smith says, shoot me. Go ahead and shoot me. He just drops the knife and says, here I am. Fucking shoot me. And he didn't shoot him. Wayne didn't shoot him. I don't know if he... That's the thing. We don't know. Wayne is dying, and I don't know if he is losing blood too much and doesn't know what he's doing, or if he
have
thought
enough energy to pull the trigger,
or if he thought, I'm going to hold you at gunpoint and call the cops on you and get you fucking put in jail. I don't know what it is. I think if somebody stabbed me, slashed my wife, and stabbed my stepdaughter, why not pop a couple caps in his ass? I think at that point, why not? That's deserving. I think that's self-defense. I think that's a legit. You
probably won't go to jail.
I would say not. I would say not. I have 11 stab wounds. I would say that was reasonable force used here. So no shots are fired at all. He leaves. He just walks out of the room. Wayne doesn't shoot him. He's like, all right, shrugs and leaves. See ya, takes off. He goes. Eventually, Yvonne...
Did he even piss in the cupboard or anything?
No, there's zero urine in the story whatsoever. There's an alive baby and no pee.
Right?
There's a big load of shit in the yard.
Yeah.
It's like a Great Dane passed by.
With a New Balance print. With a New Balance. It was for sure a New Balance.
Yeah, or like there's old Reeboks.
Yeah.
One of those.
British Knights or something shitty.
97, you never know, man. It was hot shit right then. So after that, he goes back downstairs and puts his shoes back on. Leaves the house through the basement. He walks out of the residence here and goes to a nearby farm, a guy named Bill Lloyd's farm. All these people sound very Midwestern.
For what?
Goes to Bill Lloyd's farm where he hid the knife. He ends up taking the knife, hiding the knife under some tin in the back of this guy's shed. He has like a bunch of tin piled up, and he sticks it in between some layers of tin. I don't know why you have all that tin. Well, I don't know. I don't have a farm, so I have no idea.
It's Missouri.
Apparently, the cows eat tin there. That's a good thing. The pigs, they're into the tin. So he ends up going, hides the knife under some tin, and this is his escape plan. He attempts to steal a fucking tractor.
White people, the dumbest people ever.
He couldn't find.
He's gonna run away on a John Deere. What the fuck?
He couldn't find like a power wheel even or something. Fucking faster than that. Jesus Christ! A tractor? Imagine that. First of all, okay, let's go over the tractor for 1 second.
Let's
The
say
obvious
it's
thing,
fast.
the speed.
Right.
But it's not going. It's not a fast escape. Second of all, you kind of stick out like a sore
Right.
thumb. Who is he? He's the guy on the fucking tractor. Drive around, you'll see him. He's the only guy driving around at 4 in the morning on a tractor, swerving because he's shit-faced.
And he's got blood fucking everywhere.
Yeah, there's gonna be a blood trail behind the thing. So, ridiculous. So, he's driving this
And he's
tractor.
got his own shit on his shoe.
Yeah. He then crashes the tractor. How do you crash a tractor? It's going 6 miles an hour. He just slowly rolled into something, stopped, and fucking got out. What a mess, man. Jesus Christ. What a
He hit
plan.
one of those big hay bales, the big round ones in the middle of the field.
Whoops, and he just stopped. Shit, no.
Shit. How do you put this thing in reverse?
I'd go ahead and classify him as an unorganized killer, I would say. It's the definition of it, I would say, right here. Wow. Unorganized here. So that's not it, though. He doesn't just flee on foot after that. Jesus Christ. This, by the way, he never even got off the property. I'll tell you that. He crashed the tractor.
That information?
On the property.
Hilarious.
On the property.
On the property.
He crashed his tractor into another tractor. That might be the whitest crime ever.
Yeah.
Might be the whitest crime ever. Your stolen tractor into another tractor.
I just saw it happen. That was awesome.
Dink. Shit. I don't know how to put this thing in reverse. Fucking running. So, Jesus Christ. So he just runs away from there.
Yeah.
He's got now, what these poor farmers? What the hell is going on out on the farm?
Yeah.
Also here. So what he does after this is he steals another truck from another nearby house.
Okay.
He grabs a truck. I feel like people are leaving their keys in the car. It's a nice small town. People kind of leave their keys in the ignition.
Pretty
so
common.
he goes in, jumps in, steals this truck, crashes that. Of course. Crashes that. Gets like a mile away, crashes that shit into a ditch, obviously, because he's a moron and he can't drive. And if he wanted to escape, he probably shouldn't have drank a 12-pack first.
Probably,
My thing here. So he crashes the truck. After he crashes the truck, he's in the truck, and the cops come upon accident. Sure. As they want to do sometimes. And they go, hey, why are you covered in blood? Let's take you in for a little chat. What do you say here? So they take him into a little chat, and while this is going on, too, Yvonne has called the police.
Good girl.
So now they're finding out, there's a guy going, he didn't flee on foot and grab a tractor and a truck or anything like that, did he? Oh, yeah, I think that might be our guy. Covered in blood?
We have a suspect.
Yeah. Covered in blood, stealing a tractor. That's the one. Yeah. So he steals that, and then they end up there. So they take him into custody.
Okay.
He's in custody now. Medical personnel reach the residence here. Okay, for that. Brandy is she's already gone. She's already gone for her. She also, this is fucking disgusting too. She's also been partially stripped of her clothing.
Okay.
Why are you doing that? I'm going to get one last peek? What the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Okay, now I can leave. Now I'll go stab your dad? What the fuck is... I don't get this guy. This is very drunk behavior.
Maybe he thought he was going to have sex with her, and then she probably was already dead, and then he was like, can't do it.
Either that, or he tried to start taking her clothes off before he stabbed her.
Oh, that's probably it.
Yeah, he probably was like, she's fighting, he grabs it.
I was thinking he was sick as shit.
Stab,
You're just thinking like you got it. That's what
happened. Stab. Yeah.
I was thinking like a psycho, and you're like, there's logic here.
I think he's just a drunk guy who wanted to fuck Brandy one more time when he came over to the house. And then he chose to
I
have to restart this now because I'm a complete idiot here. There we go. Okay.
We don't
back
have
to
a
that.
sold out room or anything.
No, it's none of that shit. I have my thing over there. So, Brandy's dead. She's lying face up on the kitchen floor. So on her back on the kitchen floor. So she must have moved around. She was on her stomach when she was writing. So she must have moved around. They find Tatum right there. Like I said, they find 8 stab wounds inflicted on her neck, chest, abdomen, arm, and thigh. He just went hacking. Whatever he could get at. Because I feel like she's moving around, struggling.
That's drunk stabbing.
That's drunk. That's the other thing, too. He can't even drive a fuking tractor straight. He's not going to be a good stabber at this point.
It's not going to be precision. It's not going to be OJ.
No.
It's not going to be that.
No. Hey, OJ was focused, goddammit. He was not getting that shit. He might have been a fucking asshole, but goddammit, he had a plan and he fucking executed it.
Have you seen those crime scene photos?
Yeah.
Amazing.
He accomplished his goal.
Amazing.
We'll say that much anyway.
It's free.
Not a good goal, but accomplished nonetheless.
It's fucked up.
It's fucked, but yeah.
But he did it well. That's all we're saying.
That's it. Just
What am I doing right now? Phrase it what?
well, you know what? I feel like OJ's better than this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're really parsing.
Right.
We're really getting thin on it, but if you had to have one of those two walking around again,
Yeah.
I'll take OJ. I don't know. You know,
He'll sell you a rental car, so maybe
as long as nobody marries him, I feel like he's not going to kill anybody. He's going to do other shit.
Right. Or
He's not
steals his Heisman.
Yeah,
I mean, that's going to be a
the
problem too.
thing. This guy I don't trust at all. This is his. But then again, OJ. No, you know what? Fuck OJ too. Never mind. OJ sucks too. Yeah, fuck him too.
A lot of people
Fuck both
died
these
since
people.
OJ got out of prison. I don't know if that's a coincidence.
Is that all OJ? He's gone on a little tear.
Tom Petty's gone. Dang. Day got out, fucker, asshole.
Right. Yeah. Shit, that's rough.
Shit,
He killed Tom
Vegas
Petty
happened
too.
too. That's where OJ lives.
Yeah, man.
I'm not so sure.
It could be. It could be. So they get to Wayne. He's alive when they get to Wayne. Wayne's alive. They soon pronounce him dead, though. He doesn't last very long. He's bleeding. He has 11 stab wounds to the chest, arms, leg, hand, and hip. He bled to death. Brandy's wounds actually, two of the stabs, one cut her liver, one cut her kidney, and one got her lung. So she didn't bleed out exactly.
Yeah.
She had a different. It was a lot faster for her. Wayne actually bled to death, which seems worse. If there's a worse, again, we're parsing very, very thin here.
So she just had like internal organ damage. Like
Yeah.
those organs were shutting down.
That was shutting down. She probably drowned in her own blood, I would imagine, whereas he bled to death
Yeah.
slowly. I mean, he lasted all the way till the cops got there. I mean, he was alive for a half hour.
Jesus.
Bleeding out. That's brutal, man. The police look all around. They find several pieces of evidence at the crime scene.
Yeah.
They noticed a blood trail left by the idiot, by Smith, as he left the house, going
Right.
all the way downstairs, outside, trail right through the shit, right through everything. One of his socks was recovered from under Wayne's body. He lost a fucking sock and didn't notice. Didn't even notice.
You said he put his shoes back on
Yeah,
a foot with one
sock. And he was like, that's cool.
That's
Fine
things
with
right.
that.
Keep
Yeah.
running.
I think I only put on one sock this
Right.
morning. Fuck it. So, he's, wow. One fucking sock this guy's got. So he's got one sock. They also find 3 beer cans outside with his fingerprints all over them and DNA and everything else. And also the keys to the house that he used to enter the house.
Wow.
Again, his keys.
He left him in the lock.
His
for sure.
keys, fingerprint all over the place. Fucking moron.
Yeah.
Just did not. This is disorganized as it comes here.
Right.
So they find all that. Jesus Christ, man. They don't notice, by the way, the blood messages on the floor at first.
What?
It takes the police a couple of days to notice that.
What?
They don't notice it because she puts it in and then it flows over it.
Oh, gotcha.
So you can see it. The police didn't notice it live. They noticed it 2 days later, and then they went back and looked at their crime scene photos, and they were like, holy shit, how did we not fucking see that while it was happening?
Wild.
So that happens like that. So now that's right away they didn't do that. So they end up, they pull up the linoleum.
Yeah.
They pull up the whole chunk of the kitchen and take it to the station with them as evidence here to, because she's saying who fucking killed her. That's
Sure.
kind of important. Little important. They didn't find any weapons, though, because he took the knife out and did his thing with that.
Buried it under the tin. Right.
Yeah, and later in July, a guy found that. A farm worker at the next farm there found the knife under the tin. He was like, had to move some shit, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Why is there a bloody knife here? This is odd.
My tin's covered in blood.
This wasn't here
weird.
yesterday. Not good here." So no weapons there. They find that. Now, they figure out where he even got this knife. This is his knife. I thought it was a kitchen knife the whole time. I forgot it was his knife, but it's actually his knife.
Okay.
And they find it because they figure out who did it. An old girlfriend gave it to him.
Oh, whoops-a-daisy.
Yeah, an old girlfriend gave it to him. She remembers it. She identifies it
Yeah.
and says exactly when she gave it to him. Even.
Wow.
So, yeah,
He's killing with a gift from. He's killing an ex-girlfriend with a gift from another.
from an ex-girlfriend.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's paying it forward, I think, is what
That's
that's called.
bananas.
So, it's a fucking sick way. So, yeah, so she
It's like me
identifies the
beating
knife.
my wife to death with my piss-soaked fucking mattress.
That's a good point. Paying it forward. beating her to death with a piss-soaked mattress. To death, mind you, with a mattress. How many times would you have to hit someone with a mattress?
It's a big mattress.
You're laying on, trying to suffocate him and shit, smushing.
Just saying, that's all she ever gave me.
Oh, boy. Piss. Puddle of piss.
Thankfully.
So this is good, though, because this is identified, and it is not only through fingerprints and everything else, but it's linked to him through that.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that's his goddamn
For
life.
sure, right.
So August 25th, 1997, he's charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder,
Yep.
which...
Fits the bill.
So.
Right.
Yeah, that's also here. Prosecutors want to seek the death penalty for him because he's a dickhead.
And, over here. Did you hear the woo?
Kill him. Goddamn. So so there's a pretrial hearing now. There's some issues because this is a small town.
Yeah.
And when we get small towns, we get conflicts of interest because everybody fucking knows each other, and that's not good for
super religious.
And super religious. Well, that's not good for anything. When everybody knows each other, it's bad for genetic diversity. It's bad for. It's also bad for the legal system, unfortunately.
All right.
Because on April 28th, 1981, which is 16 years before these charges came out, the prosecutor was an attorney on Smith's behalf. Okay? Was an attorney on a work permit revocation matter. He did one court appearance for him back in 1981 on that. This was when the work permit was, I don't know what he needed a work permit for. If he was like 12 or something. I don't understand.
Like a food handler's card or something?
I don't know, but it was revoked, and this guy was trying to help him get it back.
Got it.
And so they had a
Put
hearing.
a booger in a burger or something?
Yeah, and they were like, you can't do that anymore. They yanked his fucking card from him. So to all that, they had a hearing concerning, for this case, not back then, whether the prosecutor should be disqualified from prosecuting this case because he knows him. The prosecutor said that he had no recollection of this whatsoever. No recollection of the work permit thing, which is 17 years ago, and it was a one-day thing.
Right,
so I get that. That's fine. But the problem was in 1983, he also represented Smith in the felony stealing charge.
Oh, shit.
So he's represented him in a felony. He kind of knows shit about him.
Right.
He has some information he shouldn't have as a prosecutor.
Right.
Like this guy's told him things that he wouldn't tell other people.
Right.
So that's a problem there. But what they do is the court they have a big they have a big investigation. They do the whole thing. They have a hearing, and they end up dismissing it and saying that the prosecutor can prosecute the case.
Okay.
Based on this, he says he doesn't remember anything. He just remembers who he is. He doesn't remember any of the details. Doesn't remember anything he told him. Nothing privileged, anything like that.
Okay.
Which right away, that's bullshit. I think. Like that's a bad move by a judge.
In a small town,
That's a bad move.
Remember.
Just get somebody else in there. It's a fucking open and shut case.
Right.
I mean, this is clear. He doesn't even deny it. That's the other thing.
He's not even saying
He's not even saying I didn't do it. They caught him covered in blood. Yeah, sure, I did.
It's like
it.
last week with the head and shit.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I didn't do it. And just fuck. He tried to say I didn't do it.
Yeah, he did.
Actually. This guy never tries to say he didn't do it. He's like, yeah, I did it. That's not a question. The question is whether this guy is, should be representing me or not. Basically here. So they had the hearing here. Like I said, didn't recall anything. Prosecutors allowed to try the case. The trial starts in May 1999. Now, his strategy was not to contest that he was the killer. That's the thing. He's like, that's cool. Not gonna even fight that. But he offers testimony of a Dr. Michael Stacy, who testifies that his capacity to deliberate before the killings was substantially impaired. Which alcohol is not an excuse. I was drunk isn't. That's
what he's using.
That's his excuse, but he's not saying it was alcohol. He was saying it was this combination of things. He says Dr. Stacy says that he suffered from quote recurrent major depression and personality disorder, not otherwise specified.
Join the club.
Yeah, who the fuck does that? Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That sounds like every day.
Right.
Yeah, this guy needs to kill people.
And alcohol makes it worse, sir.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
How many times have you said some dumb shit because you were drunk? You know what I mean?
Right now.
Because you've got an already social anxiety disorder, and then alcohol makes that worse, and then you scream, "I like boobies" in front of like your aunt or something. Right.
Scream that in front of the fourth grade class over here.
At your daughter's fourth grade graduation. Right.
Exactly. So. This doctor testifies that he reviewed the records. This guy had 2 prior hospitalizations.
Right.
So the cross-examination of the state, I kind of like this actually here. This is The lawyer says, quote, you are aware and the records reflect the reasons why he checked himself into these units during that time, don't they? And he says, yes, I believe so. And he says, and in fact, one of the precipitating factors and one of the reasons why he checked himself into the hospital at that time was that his ex-wife filed for divorce and got an ex parte judgment against him for choking her.
Right.
Isn't that correct? And then he was forced to say, that's correct.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't have been introduced if they didn't try to bring that shit into it anyway.
Gotcha.
You can't introduce character unless the defense brings in character. And they brought that up, that he was in the hospital. Like, oh yeah? Well, why was he there? Let's talk about that. This woman-choking asshole. Not going to get a lot of sympathy.
No.
The history of choking women, and now you've escalated to many stabs.
Well,
that's a lot. So the state offers their own testimony to rebut this, and this guy basically says he's a jerk-off. That's his problem. He's a fucking jerk-off. He says he has, quote, narcissistic personality disorder with obsessive-compulsive traits.
Where are you at, man?
That's more like it.
Right.
Yeah. Narcissistic personality disorder sounds a lot more accurate here. I might have been depressed too, but like I said, who the fuck isn't? So he says he also he testifies he thinks he's also an alcoholic, obviously, if you know. But this is a lot of these guys. Dahmer used to have to get drunk to kill people. That's what he
true.
did. He'd bring him back, he'd get shit-faced, he had to do it.
He was 15 drinking vodka at school.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I mean, he had
Somebody wooed that. Wow.
Yeah. He had to do it, though.
Jesus.
So yeah, they offer this testimony.
Yeah.
So the state inquires into the records of past relationships and all this, and this doctor does, and he says this really nails this guy. The doctor says, quote, it showed again the pervasive pattern throughout his life of this type of behavior, where the self-centered behavior, exploiting those about him, taking advantage of them, and also coupled with that is the feeling of entitlement, the display of a great deal of entitlement, the scheduling of things. With a narcissistic personality, everything revolves around them, and not that they revolve around the universe. They see themselves as the center of the universe. And he says, this guy, he displayed arrogant behavior towards everyone, and at times ended up in violence.
That's exactly what a narcissist is.
Well, he would get in fights at work.
Oh, really?
There's several instances of this asshole like being on a line with somebody, and the guy like did something he didn't like, and he just physically attacked another worker.
He actually like fought him.
No, he actually physically fought, just attacked.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Fight is fuck you. You say fuck me, and I say you want to step outside, and you say that's a fight.
Right.
If I just come up to you and start punching you in the face when you don't expect anything, that's an attack. That's different.
Fucked up.
If I just go, what are you doing over there? I don't like that, and then just start jacking you in the face, that's an issue, I think, at that point. It happens. So on May 14th, 1999, literally the only thing he had to talk, the only thing he had was, I'm mentally unfit. That's it. He admits to killing it. So the jury does not have a whole lot of sympathy for him, as you might imagine. I'm sure half of them are depressed too and everything else, so they probably don't have a lot of sympathy. Everybody's depressed. So they find him guilty on 2 counts of first-degree murder. If they couldn't even get out of a goddamn...
You've only been married for like 3 months. You should be so happy. Why
I am
are you
happy. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Everybody's depressed.
Everybody is depressed. Dude, I am depressed as fuck always. You know that. When have you ever seen me happy? When have you ever seen me happy?
I don't know that depression links with being angry as fuck.
Yeah, well, angry too. I'm angry that I'm not happy. That's the problem. I'm angry that I'm fucking depressed. I don't understand why this is happening. I'm just angry all the time. I've never been fucking happy.
All right.
I walk around Disneyland like, this sucks, man. It fucking sucks. Like, I just... Fuck, man. That's just the way I am.
Who the fuck likes that place?
I hate it, but I'm just trying to... It's supposed to be the happiest place on earth, and I'm not happy. That's my point.
So in comedy, when people book you, like, you get super excited. And then I go... Then the club calls James and goes, would you like to be at the club all weekend, 6 shows? Which means you're making money, and you're getting free food and free booze all weekend. And James will call me and be like, I have to fucking perform all weekend.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this. I'm being fucking honest with you. You don't think I sat in my hotel room today going, how the fuck can I get out of this? Goddamn straight I did. Fuck that. I'll find some weed and get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that's right. I'm buying this shit. I'm taking a hike. But I didn't find any weed, so I'm here. Fuck it. Here we go. What are we going to do?
All right.
My girl. We're going to talk. I like you. Good deal. Perfect. Good deal. You drink all you want later.
To get weed for James.
No, that's just the way it is. But I'd also like weed. So shall we get to the penalty?
Yes.
Let's get to sentencing here, the fun stuff. May 15th, 1999, the next day, is sentencing. During this, the state introduces evidence of his prior history.
Yeah.
Now they get to bring in everything.
Yeah.
Prior history, prior convictions, felony stealing, orders of protection.
Yeah.
They get to put the impact statement to the family members
I love
out there,
those.
which I fucking love too.
And did the lady that gets slashed do an impact statement?
Oh, fuck yeah, she
All
did.
right.
We had victims' relatives here. Monty Kearns, Sandy Kearns, Mark Howering, Yvonne Howering all testified about those two and how great they were and how wonderful, and showed nice pictures like I showed you of her with her big hair.
Yeah.
And go, oh, isn't she sweet? Smith also tried to bring in character witnesses here, which is hilarious. Why?
Your Honor, I call my parole
There he
officer.
is. Another guy I know. I called the guy I beat up on the assembly line at work.
She gave me a really nice knife, Your
good.
Honor.
It was good. He presented his family and friends, and they testified, and also to another psychiatrist to say that he was trying to just mitigate the whole thing. You know what I mean? So the defense, in their closing, this is interesting here. The prosecution in their closing. I apologize. The defense in their closing said, quote, "Life imprisonment without parole is a harsh punishment. I think about the nature of that punishment, never again to be free, never to make a meaningful decision on your own, never to have your children or your loved ones see you free again, no graduation ceremonies, no marriages, no confirmations, no more of the happy times out free, no chance of parole ever. If you sentence him to life without parole, he will be guarded by prison guards that haven't even been born yet, if he lives that long. So he'll be there forever. If you sentence him to life...
Holy shit, that's hard.
If you sentence him to life without parole, he's returning to a prison cell every day for the rest of his life." He's saying, I know you 12 people hate this fucking guy, okay? But this is worse than death. Really, just give him this. And, so let's see what they say.
He will be guarded by prison guards who have not
even
been born yet.
That's a good line.
That is fucking amazing.
It's a pretty fucking solid line, I gotta say.
That's like what you would
And he
say
says-
about James Woods' next wife. She's
Yeah.
not been born yet.
That's right.
Thank you. He's a piece of shit.
And then he says... I like how he added, if he lives that long. So he could just drop dead right there, so we don't know what's going to happen here. The close of this penalty phase, the evidence and do the instructions, and the jury finds aggravating circumstances with regards to Brandy. They find, because they have to find an aggravator to find the death penalty here. They find that the murder was committed while engaged in the commission of another unlawful homicide, so they call that an aggravator.
Gotcha.
Also, he was engaged in the perpetration of a burglary. Even though he wasn't stealing anything, he went into a residence unauthorized. And that's burglary in the state of Missouri. So either way, that's burgling at that point. Now, the jury found the same aggravating factors for Wayne's death. They also found in Wayne's murder, it involved depravity of the mind, that the murder was wantonly vile, horrible, and inhuman.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's 12 people sat and talked about that shit, and that's what they came out. That's what
They put the word wantonly in there.
Wantonly, vile, and inhuman. Inhuman. The jury, shockingly, surprisingly, recommends death for both counts.
Yeah, all right.
Still has to be formally sentenced if the judge has to agree with this, that everything went down fine and everything like that. July 6th, 1999, he's formally sentenced to death. In addition, the court sentenced him to consecutive terms of 20 years in prison on the armed criminal action count.
All right.
So just in case,
die.
we're going to keep you here anyway. It's just in case the other shit gets squashed on something. Because he files appeals. July 15th, 1999, files an appeal. December of 2000, this finally gets heard. A year and a half later. Jesus Christ, that is slow shit. But good, fuck this guy. What you got?
You just killed two people horribly. And why would you even want to be in prison for life? Like, wouldn't you just be like, yeah, I'll take the death?
Well, let's see what he does. Because he might. And he might not. And he might say he does, and then he doesn't. He might say he's not.
What
he
the
does.
fuck?
You never fucking know with this guy.
This is way worse.
He's a liar. Let's just say that. So, in the appeal, he claims the trial court abused its discretion when it overruled his motion to disqualify the prosecutor. He said that violated his right to due process. And I think he may actually have a point on that one. Like, I actually agree with that shit. They said evidence touching on both cases in which the prosecutor defended the appellant was admitted during the appellant's trial in this case. So, they're saying that... Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's their thing. Prosecutor shouldn't have been there. They talk about a lot about the Miriam Daniels, who's his former girlfriend,
Got it.
and that sort of thing. They're saying that none of that should have been introduced.
Okay.
They shouldn't have been able to bring in his ex-wife and his ex-girlfriends in to testify against him.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, no, you're on trial for stalking then killing a woman.
Right.
That's really relevant shit right there,
for
I would
sure.
say. Like, excessively relevant. This Miriam Daniels said that she said that twice he pulled her out of cars. One time after he broke the car's window with his fist.
Jesus.
He punched the fucking window out and yanked this. That's insane behavior. Like, who the fuck does that?
I hope that was like the second time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
I
if
hope that was the first
If
time.
that was first time, there shouldn't have been another time that he jerked her out of a
I
car.
feel like the second time she just rolled it down and went.
Let me make this easy on both of us.
I'm tired of replacing windows. My premium on glass
Right.
is shit. I'm telling you that right now. My insurance sucks, so this is not great
I
here.
can't imagine snatching a woman out of a window.
I would hope not. Jesus Christ.
Mostly because it's hard for me to see over the window in the first place.
Yeah. She described one time when he came to her school, because they went out when he was younger and she was still in high school.
Yeah.
He came to her school and threw her up against some lockers,
Yeah.
and she ended up having to have a restraining order placed on him. They also, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
The state used the 1983 stealing conviction to prove his status as a prior offender, and the whole deal. So they want to kill him, and he doesn't want to die at this point, obviously. So basically, the ruling, and this is the rule. This is some dry shit, but it's 2 seconds. You need to know
Got
the rule. The rule on the conflict of interest on the prosecutor. It says that a lawyer who has formally represented a client in a matter shall not thereafter represent another person in the same or substantially related matter in which that person's interests are materially adverse to the interests of the former client, unless the former client consents after consultation.
Okay. So
I
if
would
you
say-
prosecute or if you represent somebody, you can't prosecute
I would
them.
say this is adverse to his interests to
Yeah.
try to put him in the that's what they're doing here, and they're also saying using information related to for previous representation,
Got it.
which we don't know what he does or not, if he has or not. The ruling on this is the prosecutor's connection to the work permit in 1981 wasn't a big deal. It was a one-day thing, and there was no privileged information. The felony stealing, though, the prosecutor probably had privileged information, which he had prior to this guy pleading guilty.
Yeah.
But they say the record doesn't provide support for for Smith's assumption that the prosecutor was engaged in any communication that had any relevance whatsoever.
Yeah.
So they said you didn't prove that you told that guy shit that's relevant now.
No.
I don't care. That just looks bad.
Yeah.
If you're going to kill someone, you have to do it fucking clean as a whistle, I feel
Yeah.
like. You know what I mean? That way it just doesn't look bad, you know? That way we can all feel better about this asshole being dead and
Right.
not fucking be like, I don't know, that's kind of fucked up.
Because that's the whole problem with the whole thing is that I don't want.
That's the
I don't
thing.
want to. I'm not sure.
I don't want to know, I'm not sure. Now, this one, luckily, we're sure. This
Yeah,
isn't
yeah. Oh, we're for sure.
We're for sure on
We're
this
just not
shit
for
here.
sure if all the legal dots were I's were dotted. That's it.
Yeah,
And lowercase
T's
J.
crossed and I's dotted. So this all happens here. The other appeal factors are the disqualified jurors. They did some disqualification here. There was a juror named Fox that repeatedly stated that she would find it, quote, hard to sentence someone to death, though she could probably impose the death penalty if the crime was, quote, atrocious enough.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty much everybody, you know, like normal people. Some people are like, yeah, fucking kill him, and some people are
That's
like,
how
kill
everybody
anybody.
should be.
That's kind of the middle of just like, if he, did something horrible, like stab somebody 8 times in the middle of the night while breaking into their house for no reason, then stabbing their
somebody else
stepfather and trying to kill their mother, that seems horrible. Yeah,
Seems
atrocious.
pretty heinous.
That's
Yeah.
atrocious.
Yeah.
She also said she stated she would not expect the state to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
What?
I think that's a little off. I
Holy
don't
shit.
know. Yeah.
I hope you aren't ever in the wrong place at the wrong
no
time.
shit.
You white
You don't need to
privileged
go
woman.
that
You.
far. Jesus. She
That's
also,
a white woman for sure.
You know it is, yeah.
Absolutely.
She also
That's
said
not- Go on.
she couldn't. She said she wouldn't be able to fill out or sign a verdict form sentencing him to death. She said she couldn't.
Yeah.
So all of this here. There's another juror, Douglas, that stated that she could, quote, go for the death penalty. I could go for that.
What is that, like a
What do you want, a
t-shirt?
taco?
What the fuck is that?
I can go for tacos. Yeah, sounds good. What the fuck is that? It's so weird, man. She said, without qualification, she said that she could decide whether the state met its burden of proof, whether aggravating circumstances existed beyond a reasonable doubt, whether mitigating factors outweighed aggravating factors, the whole deal, and whether the death penalty is appropriate with very little context.
She doesn't give a fuck.
No, I will. You give me the gist, and I'll tell you if you fucking kill this guy or not.
She is the Tupac of jurors. She does not give a fuck about anything.
Then they asked her if she could sign a verdict form while acting as the foreperson of the jury, and she said that she doesn't think she could do that.
Oh.
So she wants to kill him, but she said if she did that personally, she would feel like she was, quote, committing murder also.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So there's another jury. Deal is the last name. He says the same thing. He says he can't vote. He could vote for death, but he's not going to sign the verdict.
Okay.
These fucking people, I want him to die, but I don't want my name on it.
Right.
It's like, come on.
I don't want to take responsibility for it.
You should have, give me a fucking break, man. That's. I'm sorry, but you say you're not into it then.
That's crazy,
fine. Have
though.
some balls.
Truly.
Yeah.
If you're going to go for it, go all the way. Come on.
They also tried to, remember that little speech, the closing that the defense gave about life in prison?
Yeah.
Prison guards that haven't even been born yet there and all that kind of shit. They tried to like object. It's so weird. They tried to. The state objected, and the state objected in the middle of their speech, basically on this whole thing. The state objected, and the defense says that basically just the interruption was enough to throw the whole meaning of the whole thing off.
Okay.
Which is bullshit. That's what lawyers do. That's gamesmanship. Someone's up talking, you find something to... Look at the OJ case. They interrupted Marcia Clark every 3 fucking minutes on purpose to fuck her up. That's the point. But the jury's supposed to be sitting there collecting information enough to where that's not going to, drive it off the deep end here.
Right.
So they find that his argument is completely without merit. No merit at all to that. So he also contends that the trial court shouldn't have admitted the testimony of the 2 ex-girlfriends because it was too remote to be relevant.
Okay.
I'm sorry, stalking is stalking no matter when it is at that point here. Also, he says they shouldn't have been able to take the linoleum with them for some reason. It's just so weird. I don't understand.
How southern is that? That's hilarious.
He says even if his name is relevant, he says the stuff about Tatum and Save Tatum were completely irrelevant to any issue of the case. They said that was just, putting the needle in the side a little more. And it's like, yes, you did it. That's what you do. You take all the details and you do that. And that's... I'm sorry, someone scrawling shit in their blood, if you're a prosecutor, you go, that's gold. This guy's going to fucking fry.
Those are usually the people that are the most honest. You know what I mean? Like, they rarely lie.
Yeah. And there's a thing about...
Do you know what I mean?
There's a law about dying declarations also. That's a big deal.
Right.
If someone knows they're dying, they have to know they're dying.
Yeah.
If they know that death is imminent, whatever they say is a dying declaration, and it's admissible even if they're not alive to say it. They just have to know they're dying.
It's very rare that somebody gets stabbed. They know they're bleeding out, and they're like, that one dick I fucking hate. I'm just going to...
Yeah, exactly. It's him. It's him.
Fuck this guy.
I don't think she had to touch herself.
He never returned my lawnmower.
I think it was... I think it was funny. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, man. So the state just had to prove that she thought she was dying, and it's pretty fucking obvious she's dying.
Right.
She, whatever. So, also, too, they're arguing all sorts of shit with the goddamn lawyers. God damn it, with these trial lawyers and all that. They get into such minutia, and I get it's a death penalty case, and you have to, but it's a little ridiculous. But finally, they make last arguments on this whole thing.
Okay.
And, man... His point is that the prosecutor's argument that the death would be 1,000 times more merciful than Brandy's, his death would be 1,000 times more merciful than Wayne's. That's what the prosecutor said, which is true.
Yeah.
The prosecutor said, quote, he gave them no judge, he gave them no lawyer, he gave them no appeal.
Yeah.
And so the defense counsel objected to that when it was said, and now they're trying to bring that up on appeal, which that's what every fucking lawyer says in every death penalty case. Watch any television.
You gave no sympathy, therefore we don't want to give it to you. That's so common.
That's the line you get.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's why should you get anything else?
That's the Trump is orange. That's what that is. Everybody says it. We get it.
Doesn't matter. It's true. So he also objected to his ex-wife testifying as to whether he was a good father or not, saying that's irrelevant to anything.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of plays into shit.
I would say a little bit.
Shit
also,
dads do a lot of dumb shit.
They do a lot of dumb shit.
They're usually assholes.
Exactly. And I think that if you don't even care about your fucking kids, you're not going to really care about anybody else either.
Yeah.
So and he also talks about the aggravating circumstances.
People thinking about their dad. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry, guys. So he also brings up the burglary thing, saying he wasn't stealing anything, and they said that doesn't matter, like we said earlier. Jury also finds the aggravator of depravity, which doesn't even matter anyway, because they found that. So depravity's enough without the other shit. Sure. Anyway, they end up saying, fuck you, judge panel holds up the sentence. That's not enough. All those factors don't mean shit. There is one dissenting opinion, though. There's a guy named Judge Michael A. Wolf. And this guy is he's a pistol. This one, he's a firecracker here.
Strapping in. Let's
he
go.
says, in a fundamental way, the principled opinion damages the integrity of the legal profession.
Jesus.
That's fucking harsh. There is no dispute that the prosecutor in this case had represented Smith in 2 previous criminal cases as his defense attorney. Moreover, the prosecutor, Smith's erstwhile defender, used one of those convictions in persuading the jury to impose the death penalty.
I'm going to Google erstwhile.
He's all about that shit. So he's all about that. He's So he's
fuck is erstwhile? What the hell does that mean? Like at the same time as? What the fuck is he talking about? Fuck it. Let's Google it. How do you spell erstwhile?
Nobody fucking tell him, please. Let's see if he figures it out before the show's over. What do you say?
All right, former. Got it.
Thank you. You didn't get that from context? No. The fuck else did you think it meant?
I told you what I thought it meant.
What?
I thought it meant at the same time.
He represented him 15 years before that, though.
I don't know what's going on. Go.
There you go. I don't pay attention.
I heard a word that I didn't know, and I was like, don't give a fuck about the rest of you say. What is
excellent.
erstwhile?
So, this judge says he would grant a new trial.
Yeah.
April 12, 2001, he files a motion for post-conviction relief in circuit court. July 25th, 2001, he asked Smith asked the circuit court to dismiss his motion for post-conviction relief. So he files something. 2 months later, he says, never mind. Don't. You know what? That thing I filed, throw that shit in the garbage.
Yeah.
He's saying he wants to die now. And now he's trying to be like all... He says, this is from a newspaper article around there from the time. It says, a man sentenced to death for killing a Northeast Missouri woman and her stepfather wants all appeals dropped and an execution date set. He wrote a judge. He wrote a letter.
Backfire.
Yeah, he wrote a letter to the judge saying he was sorry for his crimes.
Yeah.
He wrote that he wanted to... He wanted the relatives of the victims to, quote, to know I am very sorry for what I did, but nonetheless I am totally guilty for what I did. The punishment of death is suitable. He said he doesn't want to pursue appeals. He's waiving all future appeals. Now, Yvonne, the mother here, she is skeptical. She says, quote, I doubt it will happen. He said that before, and then he changed his mind.
Yeah.
So he's like, this guy's a dick, because he's done this before. He said, I want to die, and then he's like, no, never mind, I don't want to die.
I didn't do it.
So 2002, he files for more post-conviction relief. She was right. She knows this asshole. She's been around him. September 18th, 2001, the court dismisses his motion for post-conviction relief. October 25th, 2001, more appeals. 2003, in March, Missouri Supreme Court affirms the dismissal of the post-conviction relief.
Jesus.
This is like all these little things that you have to go through. It's so annoying. Missouri Supreme Court then denies his attorney a motion for a rehearing and sets an execution date for May 14th, 2003. Okay? Now, May 1st, 2003, the Supreme Court sets a later execution date for October 29th, 2003. Now, October 23rd, the U.S. Supreme Court denies his final appeal.
Fantastic.
There. That's the 23rd. Now, he does have the 11th hour appeals he can file.
These people are pissed. They
don't like
too.
it. He does have the 11th hour appeals he can file at the last minute like we had last time. But so he does all of that. Now, October 28th, 2003, he's set to die at 12:05 a.m. next day. He had access to the forms for his 11th hour federal appeals, but he did not use them at all. He didn't fill out any forms, didn't do any of that shit, spent his day quietly, had no visitors, and he ate ice cream and granola bars all day, which I feel like that's what that looked like if he got it
You
off
think
Pinterest.
he made ice cream granola bar
I do.
sandwiches?
I think he got real Pinteresty on this shit. And he got That's hot shit right there, man. That's gonna work. So. All into that shit.
Quaker and Blue Bunny.
Totally.
Like, I want him.
I'm gonna do this shit. So he's eating.
That's all he had. He didn't even.
He didn't have a last meal.
Ah.
His last meal was granola and ice cream just over the course of the day.
What a dick.
Yeah. So
that's so exciting to find out what they
the
eat.
last
It's
meal.
so much fun. It's such a letdown when it's a piece of shit meal.
It's so funny. I had two cases I was choosing between, and the guy's last meal was a grilled cheese and some onions. And I was like, not on the sandwich, just some raw onions and grilled cheese.
It's like a handful of cut up onion.
That? That's the last thing he wants as he dies. Okay, what an idiot here. So
he's just hoping that stuff clogs up the veins so it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. He rejects all interview requests from people. He doesn't put any more challenges out there. He says he's very sorry. He says he's mentally fit to abandon his legal challenges and ready to die, quote, once and for all. I don't think he knows what die means. A dumbass
He
son
should
of a
probably
bitch.
Google that like I did erstwhile.
Yeah.
That's what he should do. Once and for all. You only do it once,
Now, I've never seen this name in my life. Bridie? Bridie? Bridie. Anybody? Bridie? Okay.
Right.
Is that
I'm
a name?
gonna go with Bridie.
Yeah?
I'm gonna go with his mom's an asshole.
Yes.
That's what she is.
Yeah. And Irish, so she's drunk too.
Yeah.
So, what is it again? Bridie Brooks is Brandy's sister, and she says she can't wait to watch him die. Well, I can't wait. She said, for myself, I want to see him take his last breath. It's something I promised Brandy and Wayne. Smith saw them and knew they were taking their last breaths. I'm going to be there to do the same thing. I'm there to make sure it's done. I am ready. What's she going to do, jump in there? You're not fucking doing it right. Put a pillow over his fucking face. I've had it. These drugs are too goddamn slow.
I'll tie the tourniquet. Let's go.
Yes. So his final words.
She's been going to school to be a phlebotomist for this day.
Stick his son of a bitch.
She invested $30,000 into college for this shit.
Big time, man.
She cannot wait.
So his final words are, first of all, I want to tell the whole family of the victims just how truly sorry I am for all the pain and grief I have caused you by my actions. I sincerely have been praying for all of you. Well, I don't think they need the prayers, honestly. I think you're the one here.
Yeah.
I only ask that someone, somewhere down life's road, you can find it in your hearts to forgive me. I know my death can never bring back your loved ones, but I pray my death may bring you some sort of peace. That's exactly what you want the guy to say at the end. Actually, you want him to be like, fuck you, so you're happy he's dead. That's what you really want. But while he said that, Bridie Brooks here, the sister, shouted, burn in hell from behind the glass. She's the fucking star here. He's like, I'm very sorry, I'm gracious, I'm all this, and she's like, fuck you. That's brilliant. Oh, I love her, man. She's good shit. She's angry.
Yeah.
So they had 8 state witnesses, 12 family members of the victims, and 2 volunteer spiritual advisors who watched through the windows as they... well, these states do it different ways, and it's always fascinating to me.
Bridie singing "Eat Dicks."
Yeah, she's screaming.
She can't wait. Like, just eat dicks, sir. I hope you
dancing.
I can't wait to see the...
They cover him up in a white sheet up to his neck.
Yeah.
He's on a gurney, and that looks... There he is, by the way.
what a turn.
Look at that fucking guy. He killed that nice young fucking girl. Does that make you angry or what, man? What a dickhead.
Looks like a guy that just goes straight to anal.
His eyes are dead, man. His eyes are dead as shit.
Yeah.
Like, look at him. Ready to die. So that's the gurney.
Nice.
That's the Missouri gurney right there. The old Missouri gurney. So they do the 3 tubes from a hole in the wall directly behind him into one of his arms. They do it from the other side. Like, they don't even have the guy sitting there do it. Yeah, that I don't like.
I don't like that at all.
Either. If you're going to kill somebody, you have to put your fucking name on it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Put your name on it. Stand out there in a shirt with your fucking name on it. Say, I'm killing this guy because I believe in it and it's my profession.
Right.
Don't be the guy standing behind the fucking wall. I don't like that.
That's
honestly.
chicken shit.
That's chicken shit. That's
And
just
the
way
time
it is,
of
but I don't
night.
like it.
The whole thing.
I don't like the whole thing.
It's
Do it
awful.
at noon.
Yeah.
Let anyone they want come.
High noon.
And
Amazing.
have the guy who does it show his ID before he fucking does it.
Yeah.
I don't care at this point here. So he looked to the left. He stared at the witnesses. He mouthed the words, I'm sorry. And then he looked straight ahead and he said, I know and I'm sorry. And Brandy was talking more shit to her. Bridie was talking more shit to him.
She's just
after that.
rubbing it.
She was, too. So they put the
like a
sodium.
hockey fan on the other side of the
That's
glass.
what it is.
It's like pointing
She's
in
fucking
his face.
excited.
Yeah.
It's like, get in the box, asshole. Right in the box. That's a 5-minute major, dickhead. Get in there. So he does all that. They put the sodium pentothal in, and he coughed slightly, closed his eyes, the whole deal. He's dead. He's the 58th murderer executed since 2000, executed in the U.S. in 2003.
Wow.
From 76 to 2003, 878th person put to death. That seems like a shitload.
That's a lot.
That's a fucking lot when you add it all up. That seems like too many almost.
I don't know. It depends on the crimes, is the thing.
Yeah. That's a lot, though. That's just a lot of people to kill.
Yeah.
Like if somebody said in the last 30 years the government of this shit third world country has killed 1,000 people, you'd be like, fuck, who the fuck's in charge of them?
Right.
Get them out of there. But this is like, we're like, well, he killed a goat, so it's whatever it is. So anyway. I'm so torn on this fucking death penalty.
I know.
I'm so torn on it. I really want to see assholes like this die, but I don't want to see it that way. I don't want to see it through a tube in a wall in the back. I want to see, Wayne's brother come out and get to strangle him to death or something. Like, yes, perfect. Yes.
Put a claw hammer through
I
the
don't
back
give a
of his
shit.
fucking head or something.
Yeah, if somebody has the wherewithal that wants to do it and
Right.
is a party of the thing and deserves to do it, let them do it. Otherwise, what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
It's just weird, cold-blooded fucking murder and strange, and I find it creepy as shit. Sorry. But yeah, I do. Let's give the family the last word on this one here.
Right.
Let's not give this asshole the last word. Amy Howering, who is Wayne's daughter, and by the way, she was the one who sold him the 12-pack at the convenience store.
Oh, no way.
Yes. She was working at the convenience store. She sold him, and then she got drunk and went and killed her dad. So,
Well, what the fuck did you leave that out for, you asshole?
because I had a bunch of court shit and I needed a at the end of the fucking thing.
right now.
What do you think? I wanted to end on fucking court documents?
I'm a
and
mess right now.
jury voir dire?
Damn it.
God damn it! I needed an upper to open it. This is goddamn
She
writing.
recognized.
So you're fucking right, Jimmy. God damn it. So.
Oh my god.
So anyway, she said, Bridie Brooks said that the apology rang hollow. She said he has no peace. She said at a press conference, it's a joke. He never apologized to us and never apologized during the trial. It was just something to get back at us. He never showed remorse. He's not human to me, and I have no sympathy for him whatsoever.
Yeah.
Thank you and good night. And she walked off the fucking stage. That's a mic drop right
Fuck
there.
yeah.
Eat that shit. So... her daughter, the daughter ended up living with the grandmother. She lived with Yvonne. At that point, they didn't tell her about the attacks yet when he had been executed.
Yeah.
They didn't tell her what happened. They just told her that her mother was buried, but didn't tell her exactly what the deal was because she's 7 and she really doesn't need to know those
That's
horrific
fucked up.
details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, you were there. That's not something you want to know.
Yeah, no, it's really the sister, the Bridie, it bothers her a lot with
Sure.
the kid. She says, "quote She doesn't have the grief or bitterness that I know I have." She says, "Tatum has her own personality, but part of my sister lives with her," which is nice. It is crazy. By the way, also Smith's father. Here's another row. Smith's father and Howering were really good buddies and hung out the day before.
What the
Fuck yeah. Those guys were drinking beers, watching fireworks and shit, and then the other... It's fucking
You
crazy.
want to come to the parade with me? Sure, let's go watch the fireworks.
Dude, that's a small... That is small town murder right there, man. Brandy is buried at the Forest Grove Cemetery in Canton in Lewis County there, and Wayne is buried at the Bluff Springs Cemetery in Gregory Landing, and I have those pictures here. There's Glenn's grave, and there is Brandy's grave. They did a really nice thing for Brandy. It's like a two-sided deal.
Yeah.
Has like a big picture of her face on it with her nursing uniform
That's
on.
sweet.
They tried to do a nice thing for that.
Yeah.
So that's nice, but either way, they're dead, and so see. Everybody's fucking dead.
Jesus.
Good night, everybody. That's Small Town Murder. Everybody dies. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Really, you guys have been so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for including us in your night. We really appreciate it. Keep listening. Keep doing it.
This was fucking incredible. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys, really. We can't thank you guys enough.